Good evening. It is November 17, 2021, and it is cold and dark. Our weather has changed. And we are doing Grace Lutherans, walking together, talking together, and I must admit, I've never done one quite like this. Or walking together?
Yeah.
This is going to be about walking.
Literally.
A walking group in Vale. And I'm wondering, I have Keela and Heather here, and they're going to tell us what in the world is going on here. You know, I see people on the track of high school walking their dogs, and, you know, but you've got a walking group.
Yes, yes we do.
So tell us, how did that get started, and what's going on?
Okay, well, we have to give credit where credit is due.
Sure.
This was the brainchild of Heather Keesey. As if some of you don't know, she has taken over the head librarian position at the Vale Public Library. And probably, I think, about 5 weeks ago, I was at home and I got a text from Heather out of the blue, and it said, "Would you lead a community walk group?" And I was like, you know, because we already had kind of our walking little posse, I guess. So, of course, I texted Heather Johnson, and I said, if I do this, you have to do it.
Okay,
So we agreed, and it's just an opportunity for people in the community. Every week we have had new people show up, and we meet on Wednesdays at 5:10 in front of the Emma Humphreys Public Library here in Vale.
Okay. So anybody and everybody's welcome.
Yes.
Is that right? So the more the merrier.
Yes. But
Yes.
they go fast.
They go fast. Yeah. In fact, I saw you coming, and you know, I was on the phone with my wife. I said, "Well, they're not here," and she said, "Well, you'll probably hear them shortly." And sure enough, I could, and you came bouncing in. So tell us a little bit more about what you do. How far do you walk?
Heather, you want to take over for a little bit?
Well, tonight we walked 3.3 miles.
3.3.
Yeah.
In how much time? You start 5:10.
We got here before 6, so we did that in about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, when I arrived, you hadn't arrived yet, and I'm thinking, what is this? It's cold and it's dark. Are you going to continue this in the cold and the dark? Days are getting shorter.
As long as we have people show up and want to walk.
Okay,
We'll
so
be marching
5:10, you're on. Meet in front of the library.
Yep. On Wednesday.
And go for a brisk walk. And I noticed you're almost in lockstep.
Yeah.
Really moving out.
Well,
Okay.
and like we were talking, like tonight, Chayo Gomez joined us for the first time.
Okay.
And all of us, and with Carrie, we were talking about how you go further and you work harder when you have support from others.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
we've all tried the workout individually, and you can get that done, but when you have buddies and partners, and with everything going on throughout the pandemic, like Heather and I talked about, we enjoyed it because it was social.
Yeah.
And you get to visit, and you get to reconnect with people and get your heart pumping.
You can even stay distanced.
Yes,
You
yes.
can.
If such is a requirement.
Because at the beginning of the pandemic, yes, when we started walking, you know, there were people that would be like, okay, we got to stay 6 feet apart, you know, and when we would work out at other places, we could keep our mats and everything 6 feet apart. So it's for
Okay.
everybody.
So whatever comes in the future, you can do it.
And
You're
we are,
gonna be out enjoying, in fact, some very fresh air.
Yes,
Yes.
very fresh, very brisk.
The more, you might even be able to cut down on the wind chill, right?
There you go. Yeah.
With a bigger group. Now,
Yes.
we were talking about COVID. For the two of you, teacher, librarian, what have been unexpected highs? So you had coming out of what has been kind of a downer. We're looking for positive things.
Okay.
gosh.
Not to
There's-
put them on the spot at all.
Like positive things in our own professions or the walking group?
Anything at all. We are looking for things in walking together, talking together that are positive, that we can all think about and consider that in spite of everything, there's really a lot of good things going on.
Okay, well, yes. So I will say that even though we are currently under the mask mandate at school,
Yes.
after that year and a half of virtual learning, for the most part, our students are happy to be back in the classroom. Like, I have had very minimal classroom discipline issues just because the kids know that we need to wear that mask or we're not going to be here. So that's a positive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, and as far as it Mount Here Drug, we've had the same thing with masks. At first, there was a big resistance and people were really unhappy about wearing them, but the last little while, I'd say the last 6 months, they're fine with it.
Yeah.
They're happy, and I think they're glad that things are getting back to normal.
Well, you know, in spite of everything, we are interested in doing whatever might help each other, right?
Yes.
And I wonder, in spite of it all, and the differences of opinion, is wearing a mask, if it even has a teensy little bit of helping one another, is that really so bad for all of us? I wonder. But anyhow, you don't have to worry about that. You're not going to have to wear a mask. Be here at 5:10 Wednesdays in front of the library
Yep.
and join the walkathon.
Walk on, Vale.